They have also agreed a deal with the Saints Southampton to see that they signed their midfielder Dan Ward-Prowse. Yesterday we discussed about Andres Iniesta, the former midfielder of Barcelona. He's now 39 years of age, and the breaking story for you this afternoon I cannot also leave out is he has joined another club, Emirates Club, a club that plays in the United Arab Emirates League, plus the other stories that we are going to be discussing in the remaining 50 minutes. I still want to repeat it again. My name remains Oracle Benson Pastore, the host. And as I said, I am not alone in the studios. Beside me is not Linda Suzy, it's not Owen Ezaga. As I said, I'm having a special guest coming from Mare Okolo district, with whom we will be discussing about the trend sports stories that are happening in Mare Okolo district. Good afternoon, you are most welcome. You can introduce yourself to the viewers.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pastore, and good afternoon, viewers.
Yeah, your post you hold in the district in the Department of Sports.
I am, by names, I'm called Rashi Alex. I am the marketing team leader in the District Football Association of Mare Okolo District.
Yeah, he has already introduced himself by names and the position he holds in the district as far as the Department of Sports is concerned. And there will reach a moment we will be opening our call line whereby you will ask the question you want us to talk about concerning the trending sporting activity in the district. And of course, you know, in the country, not only in the country, in fact in the whole world, we have so many sporting activities, but in some of the countries, in some of the regions, in some of the districts, they are not taken as a priority sporting activities. But let's take Mare Okolo district. How many sporting activities are they handling in Mare Okolo district, apart from football? I know football is all over.
Thank you, Mr. Pastore. There are a lot of activities that are taking place in Mare Okolo.
Yes.
As I speak right now, there is an ongoing Premier Ball games that is going across the district.
Yes.
And I am here glad to inform you that the overall games did go on well. That is a sub-county by sub-county. And as of now, the district is tomorrow they will be having a meeting, as an executive meeting,
yes,
to have preparations for the inter-sub-county tournament for the whole district. That will be held in Ajagoro Primary School. And besides that, we have the activity that there shall be number of activities that we shall be having, and one of them happens to be football, just like you mentioned before. And we shall be having a volleyball, we shall be having a netball, and we shall be having, of course, did I mention handball too? So those are the current activities that will be in play beginning this very weekend.
Yeah, you mean, which means currently, as it is happening in Mare Okolo district, he has already mentioned the sporting activities as far as the inter-school ball games for primary kids are going on. Handball will be part of it. You also talk about football, not forgetting about volleyball. You mentioned the netball in the list. Now taking sporting activity general in the district, not only talking about the inter-school ball games. Let's start by football. You know, football, as I said, not only in the district, not only in the region of West Nile, not only in the country of Uganda, but all over the world, is always the most followed sporting activity. Let's take the situation at Mare Okolo district. In the just concluded the 4th Division League games. After that, we saw teams going to the zonals, mini zonals, and there are some districts we have in here in West Nile region. They are having teams that are playing in West Nile Regional League. Do you have either 1 or 2 or 3 teams that are playing in the West Nile Regional League?
Unfortunately, we don't have any team that will be representing the district to the region this coming season. We did have in the past season Kati United, but yes, of course they didn't perform to the expectations, hence they were relegated. And as for the coming season, we won't be having any team that will be representing a district to the region.
Yeah, is there a team in Mare Okolo district that is making headlines? You know, in every place there has to be a club which must have been the best, or which is the best? Is there a team you think is having a future of maybe coming to West Nile Regional League? If not in next season, maybe in the upcoming years. Or is the hope is still on Kati United?
Certainly, I can tell you, yes, there's no team, my brother, that plays just to remain in the 4th Division League. All the teams that are participating are making sure at least they should play to be promoted to the regional league, perhaps even up to the top tier of the league in this nation. There are a lot of teams that are really ambitious of being promoted. I can tell you, we have one club called the Vu United that is in the southern zone of the district. If I can tell you, when these guys came in for the 4th Division League, they hired a professional coach, the first of its kind that I've seen in the district, that they're hiring a professional coach to lead their team. But the coach did perform well. They did top the zone, and they were promoted. That was in 5th Division, by the way. That is a 5th Division League club. But as I speak now, they were promoted to 4th Division, and issues related to registration to 4th Division are ongoing. And not only that, we also have a club called the Alijora,
yes,
a Shooting Star. That those people are also on high gear. They would equal as well be playing in a 4th Division League. There's a club called forgetting his name. It is in Power sub-county. The clubs are many though, but the ones I'm mentioning for you are those ones that are really ambitious and they are really gearing up towards the upcoming season.
Now in total, how many teams have you already prepared to see that they play in the upcoming 4th Division League?
We did see in last season, in 5th Division, we did promote a total of 11 teams, and the 4 were from Northern Zone and 7 were in Southern Zone. The teams that were, why we promoted more teams in Northern Zone was simply because, last year we had the issues with the club licensing system. And hence many teams did not get their license and did not play. And as I speak now, the issue is still hanging, and the people are still expecting answers from us and from the region equal from FUFA too, because they did all what they can to have their license, but they were not given license. Hence they didn't participate, and from the communications we got from region that the teams were relegated. Yes. So we had a total of 9 teams that did participate in the 4th Division League last season, and we promoted the 11. In a total, we have 10 promoted teams now, totaling to 20 come next season, and the 20 teams shall be grouped in 2 zones, that is Northern and Southern Zone.
Yeah.
So that is basically what we shall be having in the coming season. And as I speak now, the newly promoted teams, some of them are already working on the FUFA Connect system. This morning I did receive one information that one of the newly promoted clubs were added to FUFA Connect system. Now what is remaining for them is to open an account and begin putting players in the system and get set for the coming season.
Yeah, we are still discussing about football before we look at the other sporting activities. As I said, he's one of the representatives of football department from Mari Okolo district. Mari Okolo district is still a young district. They are still trying to restructure themselves to see that they up the game of sports in the district. Also not forgetting about the Teregu district, but here we are basically discussing about the Mari Okolo district. Before we shift our attention away from football, one or two things I would like you to answer. How is the attitude of the people in Mari Okolo district concerning football? How is it?
Well, you all know that we are trying to adopt a lifestyle that we were not raised in,
yes.
And it is from the West that we're trying to adopt. The football rules, they are still new to us, and we will be learning gradually. I can't say that our people are bad, they are good, and I can also say that I can't say that they are as well good, excellent,
yes,
because
yes.
learning is a process, and we are equal learning. By towards the beginning of this DFA, we had a lot of challenges. We did see people actually throwing the angers on the offsetting officials, even including some DFA officials. People would come and they would want to fight. But eventually, giving them the rules and regulations governing the football body of the FUFA and the one for the DFA, they are changing. I must say, the attitude is so far good. We did have a 5th division league that was played. It started smoothly and ended on smoothly, though we had some few challenges in 4th division. That was basically with some 2 clubs, and the rules shall be applied on them, and they shall face the law of football.
Yeah, away from that, as I said, we have to look at least 3 or 4 sporting activities. After around 3 to 4 minutes, our studio line will be open. You will ask your question, you will raise your question about the topic we are discussing. We will also be in person to give you the answer right away from there. This time we are turning our focus to that netball. You talked about netball. Just in 1 minute, we need to say something about netball because we are discussing the sporting activities all at large. About netball, how is it going in the district?
Netball, I may not speak much, but I can give you a light on what is happening in the district. The current trend of netball in the district is for the primary ball games.
Yes.
And that is ongoing. And we are glad that our teams are doing well, and the district as well are equally prepared to have a district team that will be transported to Masaka for the national tournament. They are going on well, and our players are fit. We hope and pray that they shall do something and come back with something good for the district.
Yeah, is there a netball club like a football club you have in the district?
We currently, I can't say yes or no, but we did have some that were not legally registered. We have netball teams that are not legally registered, but when you talk about a team on a national TV like this, at least it has to be one that is somehow registered.
Yes.
Which is formally registered, but as of now, we still don't have a netball team that is formally registered at the district.
About athletics, I know for athletics, Madokole is having schools that might have been taking part in the athletic competition. And how is it going in athletic competition? How are the schools performing? Because if you talk about athletics, most of the people's mind will always go to the schools because mostly we don't have athletic clubs. And is there a person, is there athlete who has been performing very well, raising the flag of the district? Or how is the performance of the schools in the athletic competitions?
Well, beginning from the primary section, I can assure you, if you had been connected from the district in the just concluded national athletics games, Madiakolo did perform well. They did come 5th. There was one category that is under 12 did come 3rd. The categories are different, but I can assure you the teams are doing very well. And they did come back home for us with some medals that did make the district so proud. Yeah. I can assure you the talents are there.
Yeah.
But then also in athletics doesn't only stop in the primary section, but of course we also have secondary schools that are in the district. This very time is supposed to be for the district secondary championship, the one for the athletics. But unfortunately, I did see out of the 9 teams, the 9 schools, only 3 did the turn up for the event, and the 3 did participate. The activity went on smooth, but then also those teams that didn't participate were equally summoned, because I did see a letter written by Commissioner for Physical Education and Sports, that is Dr. Mugeni, directing the cows, the accounting officers of the districts, to summon all the secondary schools that didn't participate in the athletics games, and then their list should be submitted to their office for further actions.
Yeah, you also mentioned the volleyball as one of the sporting activities in the district, not forgetting about handball, because we only left with a minute for us to pick the calls. How are they going volleyball together with the handball? You may combine them together. Do you have clubs there, or is it the schools that are taking part in the sporting activities?
Currently, we don't have neither volleyball nor reminding me of the handball team. But if we go to these primary schools, we have many of them. Each primary school have all the categories, the teams for the categories of the games that have been mentioning here. And as I speak now, they shall all be represented. A sub-county forms a team for volleyball, forms a team for netball, forms a team for football, and others. And they shall come all together in Ajagro Primary School, that is in Rhinocam Town Council. And they shall kick off towards the weekend. I understand by Friday this week, the officials shall be on ground to do field marking. Then Saturday, Sunday, arrival of the teams. Monday is kickoff. Preferable Thursday, they might come to an end. And we may certainly understand which sub-county will be the winners after when the activity comes to an end.
Yeah, viewers, it's the right time for you to pick your call. The number is already on your screen. You call us, or as you call us, you share what you want to share with us about the trending sporting activities in the district of Madi Okolo. Or else, if there is a question, you can also forward it to us. We are here to help you as we wait for the callers. What message can you tell to the followers of sporting activities in the district, the fans?
Mine, I will first begin with the newly promoted clubs. You know, it has been a challenge, and these ICT things, they are not African-made systems. So I'm asking the newly promoted clubs to kindly work within the given period of time, such that they have players in the system and they won't get these inconveniences like that did happen in last season, whereby promoted clubs didn't play and they were again relegated before even playing, even touching a ball. So I'm kindly asking them to work within the given period of time. Our transfer window may certainly close in September. We still have some days to go. I ask them to come. I am glad to inform the viewers, one club called Iriri FC has been added to FUFA Connect system, and we're asking for the club CEO to come on either tomorrow or whichever day you may choose to come to the office of the Arua DFA, where the secretariat does this work, because Madi Okolo doesn't have, they haven't established a secretariat office to do this online system connection for the clubs. For them to have the account open and they begin adding players in the system. To the fans, I want to say you remain calm, because I know most of you may be angry with the DFA officials because some of your clubs were promoted and they did not play because of technical challenges. I have to tell you that it was beyond our services, and we have no control over that. What comes from, we only implement what comes from national level. Unless if we were to organize our own leagues whereby any club would play whether with license or not. I ask us to remain calm as we encourage the teams to continue doing work within the given period of time.
Yeah. If I may ask you about this, sorry to ask you about that, because it should have been the PRO to be asked. I am talking about Kati United, because currently, if you talk about some of the clubs that comes from Madi Okolo district, 70% of the people's mind will go to that Kati United. But I know that I'm going to ask the right person, because you are the marketeer, you follow all the sporting activities. They have been relegated to the 4th Division League in the district. How are they preparing ahead of the new season? Just in a minute.
Kati United, I want to tell you, you know, football is in our let me just say in Uganda, it is a sacrifice. In football, you want to get anything, and you want to get anything, but you rather spend a little you earn somewhere. That is a bare fact about our local football. You should know. Why am I bringing this? Last season we did see Kati United also did face some challenges when they were playing the 4th Division League. They did report with the 8 players, but towards the end, some players did go back. They didn't finish the league. But then also issues like feeding and treatments become a challenge, not only for Kati alone, but all the clubs in the district. So I can assure you, 70% of the eyes of people in Madokolo are not on Kati. There are a lot of teams that are coming up.
I am like saying Kati because they have been setting the trend. They have been known in the last 2 to 3 seasons. That's why I brought them as an example.
If I can tell you, our teams, we had a lot of teams, around 3 teams that went for the mini zonal league that was held in Nebi, and the teams went with the full energy. They really wanted to play. And what surprised me was there was only one team that was from 5th division promoted to 4th division. Then eventually direct just passed to mini zonals. They got the experience. They came back, though they did not perform better. They had assured us that next season they will be doing better. So there are a lot of clubs with ambitions that we will see them in playing in the regional league come next 1 or 2 seasons. But now, before I conclude, I need to tell you that there are some activities that the DFWA is, and together with the district sports office, are running. We're having a coaching, how do I say, a course. We want to empower and give knowledge to our local teams too, because we have seen several times coaches on the touchline end up beginning fighting the officials themselves. So for this case, we have partnered as the DFWA. We did the office of the district sports officer. We are training a total of 40 coaches. Out of the 40, the 10 slots have been given to the clubs in 4th division league, and then the 30 slots have been given for the primary sports teachers. That is what we are currently doing. It will kick off next Thursday and end up on Saturday. But then also, away from that, we did see the Ministry of Education and Sports did visit the region, and I must applaud the government of this country for the numerous support that they are doing towards supporting the local sports. They did give us a lot of balls, and it was given to all the districts in the region, not only Madokolo alone. But Madokolo did get over 15 balls, and all the 13 sub-counties, including the 2 town councils, did get balls, and each 4th division league club did get, all the 20 clubs did get 1 football and 1 netball ball. Besides that, the district has a cooperative team. They also did receive themselves 1 ball plus a netball. Then the DFWA as well also has a cooperative team. They were also one of the beneficiaries of the said balls.
With that, we have come to the end of the first